Good morning, students. I am By-Basavaraja R C. The Red to Paris Higher Primary School, Chase Extension 6 Cross Chitradurga. Welcome to online class. Today we discuss about 8th Standard second chapter Microorganisms. In this chapter, today we discuss about nitrogen cycle. How to nitrogen cycles useful to atmosphere. In nitrogen cycle, the nitrogen is the atmosphere is converted into a nitrogen compounds in the soil by nitrogen fixing bacteria and blue-green algae, and lightning also a converted into a nitrogen compounds in the soil. The nitrogen compounds in the soil is used by the plants for the synthesis of proteins and other components. In animals feeding and the plant get these the proteins and other compounds. When plants and animals die, the bacteria and fungi in the soil converts the nitrogenous the waste into nitrogen compounds in soil which are again used by plants. Some other bacteria converts some nitrogen compounds in the soil into nitrogen gas, which goes back into the atmosphere. Hence, the nitrogen in the atmosphere almost remains constant. Next, we will do in simple activity. It is your homework. And take some soil in a glass container. Fill it with a tap water. Keep it exposed to a sunlight. And after few days, you will see through of green layers on the surface of container, and observe it and using magnifying glasses. And first one, what do you see? And second one, name the microorganisms. Next one, activity 2, take half kg flour atta or maida and add some sugar and mix with the warm water, and add a small amount of yeast powder and knead to make a soft dough. And what do you observe after 2 hours? And did you find the dough rising? In activity 3, take a 500 ml beaker filled up to 3 by 4 with water. Dissolve 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar in it and add half spoon of yeast powder to the sugar solution. Keep it covered in a warm places for 4 to 5 hours. Now smell the solution. Could you get a smell? Next, what type of smell it is? And activity 4, take 2 pots and fill each pot off with soil. Mark them A and B. Put plant the waste in a pot A and things like a polythene bags, the empty glass bottles and a broken plastic toys in pot B, and put the pots aside and observe them after 3 to 4 weeks. Do you find any difference in the contents of the 2 pots? If yes, what is the difference? And next one, why do you think hot selling curd sets faster in a summer than in winter, and curd turns sour faster in summer than in winter? And second one is the sealed pockets in which the food items such as the chips are sold are usually filled with nitrogen. And how do you think that helps? Third one is, why should you always wash your hands before handing food and after going to toilet? And fourth one is evolutions, that is the change if an organism to adjust to the environment as suggested by the Charles Darwin is a very slow process that takes place over the tens of thousands of generations and taking millions of years. However, in bacteria developing the resistance to antibiotics, which is a type of evolutions, take place within our the own lifetime. Can you say the why it occurs so quickly in bacteria? And fifth one is why are protozoa known as an important the link for aquatic food chains? And sixth one, the most of the preservative RA chemicals, the still we use them in our food to preserve. Why? And seventh one, after the consuming a dish of mutton or person the complained to a sneezing or vomiting, diarrhea and pain in the abdomen. And what type of disease is the suffering from? Next, what causes this diseases? And the eighth one is why do dry food items such as biscuit not spoil easily? Next one, answer the following these questions. And next, complete the table diseases and cause, symptoms and prevention. First one is malaria, second one is amoebic dysentery, and third one is the measles and TB. Next one is hepatitis B. Thank you, friends.